An actual baby probably won't need that much help. Mostly you'll just get lots of crying and urination.
No, but go with that. And remember the fear system in Batman Begins? The baby fighting works very similarly. Just throw a crying, peeing, and if you're like vomiting baby at your opponent, then the advantage is yours.
Huh, that kind of makes sense. So Mario and Luigi isn't exactly a buy title. What do? Why not rent it somewhere like Gamefly.com?
They have thousands of games you can rent or buy, so you can save your money for the more important things like Japanese fighting claws or maybe a new sweater.
Ooh, I like cashmere.
Yeah, they're nice. That was the portion of the Constitution that kept the government from spying on citizens without a warrant.
Also, back then you could buy a brand new home for a nickel and everything smelled like cabbage. Nowadays, the government can spy on anyone it darn well pleases, and everything smells like cabbage.
Well, since espionage is now a growth industry and a very fun word to say, espionage, the folks at Sony have developed a game where you can train for a career as a spy in your very own home. Here's a review of iToy Operation Spy for the PS2.
You know, I never realized that being a spy involved flailing your arms around so much.
Yeah, they sort of ignored the whole stealth and subtlety part, you know. Also, like the part where you have to kill your own mother to prove that your deepest commitment is to the director.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess the idea was to recreate the interactive computers in Spielberg's Minority Report. But 3D code breaking isn't exactly the coolest aspect of being a spy.
No, I'd go with propping up third world dictatorships.
I'm a real big fan of computerized and/or poison cufflinks.
Yeah, that's what spy games should be about. And remember, later in the show, we're going to review a game that knows how to do things right. Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. So stick around.
Yeah.
Up next, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to Xplay. In our next game, you can actually win by losing fights.
You know, like Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain. It's a beautiful love story.
No, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Anyway, here's a review of the Con for the PSP.
This game had a great idea, but really mediocre execution.
It was kind of surprising that Peter Molyneux wasn't involved.
When I heard we were reviewing a game called The Con, I was really hoping it was in some way related to the movie Con Air, a film which, like co-star Steve Buscemi, may outwardly seem disgusting, but is actually strangely beautiful.
Now, I was just hoping it dealt with the eugenics wars. Damn, you know, no one could pull off a salt and pepper shag like Ricardo Montalban.
Coming up, Sabermetrics. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to Xplay. The first two installments of the Prince of Persia Sands of Time trilogy were amazing games that both earned 5 out of 5.
But if the Godfather trilogy taught us anything, the third installment is where things can go horribly wrong. Now, will Prince of Persia fall to the same curse?
Here's our review of Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones.
Come on!
The Two Thrones left me with one burning question. What kind of conditioner does the Prince of Persia use? His hair is so shiny and bouncy.
No, well, being constantly splashed with his enemy's blood probably revitalizes the proteins or one of those things, you know volume.
I think it's a distinctive sign that women are achieving parity with men in the gaming world. When realistic hair physics for androgynous male heroes is as important as breast physics, that's when women will truly be on equal footing.
You're right.
Beautiful
Go,
day.
sister. Ters.
Today, Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Yes, on this very special episode of Xplay, we witnessed the launch of a new console cycle.
The Xbox 360 is here, and like everyone else on the planet, our first question was, when the hell can we play it?
The answer, right about now.
Today we'll show you the next-gen versions of some of gaming's most popular franchises and a couple of new titles developed exclusively for the 360.
Plus, later in the show, one ape to rule them all. It's King Kong on the 360.
But instead of telling you all about these new titles for the 360, why don't we just show you?
First up, the makers of Doom have a new game, and the first-person shooter fans are losing their damn minds.
Here's our preview of id Software's violent little baby, Quake 4, for the Xbox 360. To be honest, this looks exactly like Quake 4 on the PC, but it's the first time the Quake team is bringing that quality of graphics to a console and not a computer.
Yes, horrible impalings and exploding heads, lovingly rendered in beautiful polygons. Oh, it's glorious.
It sure is.
Of course, Quake isn't the only franchise making its way onto the 360.
EA brings its high-octane racing series into the future with the latest installment in the Need for Speed series.
Fasten your seatbelts for our preview of Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yes, with live-action hoochie girls and dynamic rear window damage, I have a feeling the Fast and the Furious fans will be all over this one like Tonica Tane on the hood of a Jaguar in a Whitesnake video.
That woman did more for interpretive dance than Twyla Tharp.
Sure. Don't go anywhere. We still have 360 games like NBA 2K6, Full Auto, and King Kong coming up.